Alright, I'm gonna finally do it. I'm talking about Amberlynn Reid today. Hey everybody, it's Tony with Big T Bariatric and I'm back at you with another video. Today it is Thursday, April 27th. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you could do me a huge favor, please hit that subscribe button down below if you've not done so. Let's get this thing to 6,000 subscribers. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about this video. And if you just heard a noise, my refrigerator just kicked on, of course. But today I'm going to talk about Amberlynn Reid, and I'm hesitant to do so, but I actually put out a poll not too long ago and asking you guys, what do you want me to talk about? Who do you want me to react to? And overwhelmingly, more than half said Amberlynn Reid. And the reason why I'm hesitant to talk about her is because I actually did before. I actually made a video about her, and I sort of titled it In Defense of Amberlynn Reid. But I severely underestimated the amount of people who do not like this chick, who hate her guts, who want nothing to do with her. And I even had a few comments that are like, Big T, I love your videos, but if you cover Amberlynn Reid, I'm not going to watch that video. So I know what I'm risking here when I talk about her. I sort of get a better picture of her now. But the reason why I was trying to defend her in a previous video is I didn't know how far back girl, how do you say it? Girl, whatever this chick has done to you guys, I don't know. But apparently for 10 years, she's been failing on her diet, and according to a lot of people, she manipulates and tries to get you feeling bad for her, plays on your sympathies, takes your money, takes your donations, and doesn't actually change, doesn't actually do anything, and so she just keeps running back and forth with the same stuff for clicks and views, and so you're tired of it. But there's people who've been watching her do that for 10 years, off and on, just consistently. And no matter how much she angers them, they keep watching her, and they keep bashing her and criticizing her. And, you know, there are plenty of channels out there, which is one of the reasons also why I didn't want to cover her, that just talk about everything that she does, every little move, every video that comes out. They put a video out, like, almost daily, probably even 2 videos a day. So I figure that she's covered. She's well covered. Like Mama Goob, a friend of mine, go check out her video. She does a comprehensive view of Amberlynn Reid. Like every video that comes out, she's right on top of it. Like within an hour, Mama Goob has a video out. So go watch her videos if you enjoy covering Amberlynn Reid. But I personally think she's boring. I mean, if somebody's going to be going through the same stuff over and over again for 10 years and is not going to change and is never going to go anywhere, then I'm bored with her. Like, I've watched a few of her videos and I don't see what all the fuss is, why people constantly cover her 24/7. Again, that's their channel. I'm not criticizing you if you cover Amberlynn Reid or if you like watching those videos or whatever, like that's your thing. Go do it. There's plenty of videos out there that you can watch. But I'm not going to talk about her Amazon hauls or anything else like that. I'm going to talk about specifically her weight loss surgery update that came out a few days ago. So this might be something that I felt that I could cover, that I could talk about, because again, I've gone through weight loss surgery. I know the process in and out because I've been through it and I am still going through it. So I thought, okay, this might be something that I could talk about and give an update on. So we're going to go ahead and react to this. This is from 5 days ago, all right? And I'm really going to only cover this part. So if you wanted me to cover her Amazon haul or relationship issues or whatever, I don't know her that deep. And I'm not going to get in trouble with my own subscribers, all right, saying something the wrong way. So I'm just going to cover the weight loss surgery part. And if I agree with her on something and you disagree with me, like, that's totally fine. It's okay to disagree when it comes to Amberlynn Reid. All right, so please don't jump down my throat. Please understand that I have not been watching her for 10 years. I don't know as much about her as some of you do. So Please understand that. I'm not trying to show her sympathy, but I might agree with something because I have vast experience when it comes to weight loss surgery. So some of you might say, oh wow, she's just making up this excuse, and I might be like, well, that's legitimate because I understand that. So I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, and if I think she deserves my criticism, then I'm going to offer it. If I feel like she deserves a little sympathy for something, like she's trying, like, please try to understand where I'm coming from, all right? And if you can't handle that, then that's totally fine. Watch the next video. No hard feelings, whatever. But let's get into it.
So just for the sake of, like, I can be super long-winded, I'm kind of just going to give, like, bullet points in a way of things that was said during the appointment, or goals, etc., etc. Instead of just giving like a narration of the whole thing, because it was kind of a long appointment. Overall, it was actually really good. And like I have been saying, when it comes to the whole weight loss surgery thing, there is something that has happened. And I am warming up to the idea of speaking more about it. But the only reason why, I feel like I have to constantly say this, that I am saying that something is happening and I am not telling you guys, is because when I finally do tell you guys, I don't want people to be like, wow, you lied and you didn't tell us. I'm letting you know right now there's something that I'm not saying for that reason, because I am trying to be transparent. But like I've said, for my well-being, I'm not ready to share. So,
all right, so before we go any further with this, usually if somebody is giving like a long, drawn-out answer like that, they're trying to explain something out. They're trying to BS it, right? Like, they want to tell you, but they don't want to tell you because they know people are going to criticize you for it. Like, I sort of did that before this video, right? Before I started reacting to Amberlynn Reid. I'm like, there's going to be this and that, and I might agree. It's like, come on. I'm telling you that because I don't want criticism for saying something wrong when it comes to Amberlynn Reid, because I know she has a ton of haters out there and there's nothing she could ever do right in anybody's eyes. So I'm trying to be honest and open and whatever with this. So, but I did the same thing, right? And so she's doing the same thing. She's like, well, you know, kind of, there's something I want to tell you guys, but I don't know. And I'm afraid of the criticism, and I don't, you know, it almost sounds like some BS is coming.
First things first, I have assumed that during surgery I would get my gallbladder removed. And so obviously I brought this up to my surgeon today, and I asked, okay, so during surgery, if I have gallstones still, since I was diagnosed with sludge in my gallstones, which is something completely different, and I let him know that, will you take out my gallbladder? Like, is that something you will do? And he said that he doesn't have like a full answer right now if he will or not until he sees more. So he's actually referring me to get an ultrasound of like my liver gallstone area. So that is something that is new, a new test that was just thought of like today in the appointment. So I will be getting that done, but he explained that sometimes, like, depending on the person, waiting to get your gallbladder taken out on a completely separate, different time is actually better. So again.
All right, that doesn't make sense to me because I was having gallbladder issues before my weight loss surgery, about a year before or so. It was the year February before, and then it was the next year, October, when I had my weight loss surgery. So I had my gallbladder out, and my surgeon straight up said, can you wait? Because I was in the hospital 4 or 5 times with gallbladder pain because I was having issues with my gallbladder. And so, yeah, they were like, we could take it out, but the surgery's risky. You're a big guy, and because you're a big guy, like, we don't want to put you under. We don't want you to have to go through 2 surgeries. So how about we just take your gallbladder out at the same time we do your weight loss surgery? And that made a lot of sense to me. So I have no idea what she's talking about here when she's like trying to play it off like, oh, it's better to do 2 surgeries. When is it better for somebody her size to do 2 different surgeries? That doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not discounting that maybe her surgeon told her that, but yeah, if you need to have your gallbladder taken out, like, it's better to do it when you're under during weight loss surgery. I mean, it's kill two birds with one stone. Instead of putting you under twice and doubling the risk of something happening, just take care of it while you're in there. I mean, what you just said didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, depends on the person, so we will see for me.
Depends on the person. All right, I guess I understand that. I mean, everybody's different. My surgeon's different from her surgeon. But when you're that big, like, you don't want somebody that big to go under anesthesia twice. You don't want them to undergo the stresses of surgery twice. So, I don't understand that part. But
so the whole 12 months to wait for me to get surgery, he said that was crazy. He said it was actually just like a recommendation, and I will explain more of why that was a recommendation. That is part of what I'm not telling you guys so far. I know it's confusing. Trust me when I explain to you guys and I come back to these like storylines and situations, because I'm sure it's leaving you guys confused, because I know as a viewer, I'd be like, what is happening? You guys would probably look at it and be like, oh, okay. I get it now. I understand. But the surgeon said like that 12 months thing was crazy. So he even said like, no, I want to meet her one-on-one. I want to have another second opinion. And that's when he got a second opinion. And that's when I was told, okay, let's do 12 therapy sessions. So that is still what stands, that I'm going to do these 12 therapy sessions, and we're going to see if, you know, my view towards food and the way that I treat food changes. And we're going to see if I improve in the next 3 to 4 months.
I mean, there's a valid reason why you would make somebody wait. You might think, all right, she's super obese. She needs to lose the weight. She needs the surgery right away. But most doctors are hesitant to do it right away because, again, you can completely undo any progress that you have with your surgery. It's very easy, especially if you have an eating disorder, especially if you are, you have a food addiction and you're struggling to overcome it. And so many doctors want you to get below a certain weight according to your BMI. They want to see how you handle the situation, whether or not you can lose weight on your own. Because even though the surgery helps you out, like there was somebody in our support group that from the hospital that I had surgery, they have a support group on Facebook. And so she put on there yesterday about how she wasn't having the results that she thought she would. And she's very upset and it's the surgery's fault and she regrets getting surgery. And so I said point blank, I'm like, if you're not getting the results that you had, it's like, there's a reason why. Like you're not following up and doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. And so it's like, it's very important for doctors who are going to put somebody through this surgery to make sure that they're going to keep up with it afterwards. So that's why I talk about getting counseling, getting therapy is going to be very, very helpful for weight loss surgery. And so I'm wondering here if Amberlynn Reid thinks that this surgery is going to be this magic pill that's going to make her skinny and she doesn't have to do any work. Because now she's like, oh, 12 months, that's a bad idea. I don't want to wait 12 months. I want it right now. It's like, Amberlynn Reid, this surgery might help you out for about a year. But if you do not get your stuff under control, you're going to gain your weight back. It's possible. Like, you need to do those 12 months. If your doctor thinks it's 12 months is what you need and you need some therapy, you need some counseling, you need to figure some stuff out beforehand, you need to show that you can lose weight on your own, which is something you have not shown that you can do in the last 10 years. Like, last year I was following along on what she was doing. Like, there was a few videos that came out that showed her weigh-ins every single month, and she did lose a good amount of weight last year, but then in the last few months she gained it right back and was heavier than when she started the year. So there's good reasons, Amberlynn Reid, why a surgeon would want you to wait a year, would want you to go through therapy sessions, would want you to get some stuff figured out, because if you jump right into the surgery thinking it's a magic pill and you're just going to drop the weight and you're going to be fine, that's not the way it's going to happen. It's just not. So I don't know. She's trying to rush it. And so she's getting a second opinion. She doesn't want to wait that year. She doesn't think she can do it on her own. Well, she doesn't think she could do it on her own, and she's proven that she can't. then maybe the surgery is not the option for you. And I know some of you are going to be like, well, then what's the point of getting surgery if you can't do it on your own? But again, the surgery is a tool. It is not the magic cure to obesity. It helps you out. It cuts your hunger down. But again, after that year, if you do not figure out the mental part of it, you're going to gain the weight back. It's just what's going to happen.
And if I do, I will be getting weight loss surgery. So another thing I want to talk about is I chose what operation I wanted. There are a few different weight loss surgeries that you can get, and I chose which one I thought would be best for me. And, you know, after all the research, the classes I've gone to, the seminar, the education, you know, just going to these appointments, just everything, I chose what I thought would be best for me. And he actually disagreed, and I loved, oh my God, that like made me so happy when he disagreed, because it's like, he wasn't just saying what I wanted. He was like, no, actually, I think this would be better for you. I wanted the gastric bypass, and he doesn't think that would be best for me. So I'm actually going to be getting the Sadie. I have quite a few friends, well-known friends actually, from TV shows that have gotten that. And
oh, my well-known friends, my well-connected friends from TV shows. All right, she's definitely, even though she hasn't dropped any names, she's definitely showing how connected she is to some rich and famous people. I have not heard of the Sadie surgery. I mean, I've heard of it a few times, but I don't know what surgery that is. I didn't have that option. My options were gastric sleeve or the bypass. They stopped doing the lap band, at least at my hospital. I know many other hospitals and doctors do not do the lap band anymore because it does not work. It might work for a little bit, but it fails, and there's all kinds of complications from it. So they do not do lap band anymore. So Sadie must be a new type of surgery. But when it comes to getting your surgery, like, I would suggest that you follow your doctor's recommendation, because he or she has done these types of surgeries thousands of times, and they know what is best for you. Like, my own surgeon said, get the sleeve first, and then once I drop a bunch of weight, like, I have that 1 year window of when my surgery is going to be active and when I'm going to lose weight. And once you drop a bunch of weight, then we'll do the bypass on you. So that's still in my future if I want that. Like, they want to do the bypass on me. I don't know if I'm going to take them up on that. I might now see what I can do from here moving forward. But if I start failing and I can't lose any more weight or whatever, I might consider the bypass. If I start gaining weight and whatever, and that, I'm not going to let that happen. But, you know, if that does happen, you need to, you know, open yourself up to the fact that you can fail and there's going to be errors, and I'm going to make some mistakes and stuff like that. So I'm not coming out with a bunch of excuses, but I know that my doctor wants to do the bypass later. The bypass is safer amongst smaller patients. So that's why they recommend the sleeve surgery, is because it's less risky than the bypass. It's much quicker than the bypass, and so that's why it's safer. And it's safer to, you know, the way they do it. I'd have to explain the sleeve surgery, but I don't have time in this video to do that. But the way it's performed and everything else, it's much safer than the bypass. So if you are really big, over 500 pounds like Amberlynn Reid is, and really that's based upon BMI too. So her BMI is pretty large because she's short, she's fat, she's got a large BMI. So if the doctor recommends a safer surgery like the sleeve, she should totally take that recommendation and get that done. Instead of, I don't know what the Sadie is though, but I don't know if it's safer. I don't know what it entails. But yeah, if you want the bypass, but your doctor says, no, you probably shouldn't get that, then I wouldn't get it, because you have to be in a safe place at a lower weight to get that.
Have lost hundreds of pounds. The surgeon told me that by getting this, you will lose a lot of weight if you follow plan and what you're supposed to do. And oh my God, when he said that my BMI could be below 30, I laughed. I did. I was like, oh my God, there's just no way. Like, I can't envision myself that healthy, if you will. That was like...
And this is where I sympathize with Amberlynn Reid a little bit. And please do not give me hate for this. But I've been in her shoes. Like, people are like, wow, she's been failing for 10 years. I've been failing for 20 years. For 20 years, I've been losing hundreds of pounds and gaining it back and struggling and failing. And so even people within my own family never thought I'd get to this point where I actually had the surgery and I've dropped 200 pounds from it. So yeah, even my own family thought I would not get to this point because they just saw me trying and failing. And they're like, wow, is this guy ever going to figure it out? Is he ever going to get his life back on track? And so I understand how she feels about that. Just thinking, wow, my BMI could be below 30 at some point. It was like 95 when I was at my heaviest. I was in the 90s for sure, I think. And just thinking about, wow, I could be 200 pounds. Like, I haven't been 200 pounds since I was in middle school. Like, just thinking about the possibilities about the future and where you could be at and stuff like that. So, does she really want the surgery? Does she not? I know people debate about it. But I think it's good that she's at least checking it out. She's talking, she's getting her she's having those appointments. She's getting in there, having consultations about it, and she's learning about different types of surgery. She's picking one out. Like, she's going through the process, all right? So I can give her that much credit, whether or not she goes through it. And again, you guys know her much better than I do. If you already know that she's just not going to do it, she's not going to go through with it, and she's just dragging us along, then that's the way it's going to be. And I have no control over that, but I'm saying at least for this part of it, I understand how she feels. Thinking out in the future, like, wow, to think that I can be that small. I've never been that small in my whole life. After decades of failing, I mean, I never thought I'd be where I'm at today, and I'm here. So just thinking just another 100, 200 pounds down, I could be where I need to be. Like, I'm halfway there. I'm halfway to my goal of where I want to be. So that's awesome. Like, that's amazing in itself. Whether or not she'll get there, I don't know. She's got a lot of work ahead of her, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully she gets it together. Hopefully she really does want this, and she's not putting on people and, manipulating us again.
Really, really nice to hear. Right now, I don't feel as educated as I can be on this operation. So if you guys want to do more research on it, you can definitely do that. But once I feel confident in sharing like more about it, then I'll do it. It's just, I don't want to like give off any facts that aren't accurate. So I'm going to do more research. Of course, he's going to teach me more about it. But it's also my responsibility to do that as well. It's just crazy because I was so dead set on gastric bypass. Like, that's like what I felt in my heart. And I'm putting my life in the surgeon's hands, and I completely trust him. So I'm okay with the change. So I have done absolutely everything that they have asked me to do. And I was actually doing Instagram Q&As today, and I was getting a lot of people saying like, what do you mean? You haven't done anything they told you to do. You've gained weight. And I'm over here like, ma'am, no. I actually filmed myself stepping on the scale today. Yes, I did. Inside of the place. Yes, I did. They know I have a YouTube, so they understood. So when I first went there, my first appointment, I was 533. I had clothes on, obviously. And you're going to see in this clip that I'm going to show you that I'm also wearing clothes. So they don't care what the number on my scale at home says. That's not what they're basing my like progress on or anything. They don't care what my scale says. They go off of when I weigh myself at their clinic, which also I'm now officially going to be doing monthly weigh-ins with them where I physically go in and step on their scale so we can see progress. And they did give me a goal for how much they want me to lose this month. So I will also share that with you. But when I first went there, I weighed in at 533 with clothes on, and I also had some earrings on. It doesn't matter. And the goal was to lose 1 pound. And so when I stepped on the scale, I was nervous, obviously. I actually lost 5 pounds. since I last saw them, and I will show you the clip right here.
Everyone thinks I'm over 600 pounds, so. What is it? Is it bad? I'm gonna say 535.
528.5.
All right, so you're nervous about it. You know you didn't do as well as you should have. And you actually get on the scale and go, is it bad? Because if you knew you did well, if you knew you did what you were supposed to do, you wouldn't have had to have asked, did I do well? All right, you lost 5 pounds. Congratulations. But 5 pounds is nothing when you're 530 pounds. It's nothing. It's minuscule. You should be losing 20, 25, 30 pounds a month if you were really doing what they asked you to do. I know they only gave you a 1 pound goal. My doctor, they said as long as you lose 2 pounds a month, that's fine. But if you really need to do this surgery for yourself, you need to take this seriously, Amberlynn Reid. You need to take it more seriously. Because the heavier you weigh at your surgery date, the more risky the surgery is going to be. Your goal should not be, oh, well, they only want me to lose a pound a month, so as long as I reach that. No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You're giving yourself too much room to fail. Thinking, oh, I only have to lose a pound. Oh, I lost 5 pounds. I exceeded. No, that's ridiculous. Stop right now. If you're not going to do this seriously and try to restrict your calories and try to diet and try to exercise and try to do things the right way so that you can at least lose 15, 20 pounds a month, you are doing this for the wrong reasons. You are messing this up. This is an opportunity that you have. You should be trying to lose weight to get as much weight off as you can before your surgery. Because if you don't get this figured out now, you're not going to get it figured out after the surgery. You're just not going to. You're going to stretch your stomach back out. You're going to gain that weight back. And all of this would have been a waste of time and money. So I'm imploring you, Amberlynn Reid, if you're watching this, start taking this more seriously. 5 pounds is not a real goal. I don't care what they say. They're only going to say 1 pound. My doctor said 2 pounds. Like, that's a minimum. You can have some sort of pride in yourself that you lost a little bit of weight when you could have gained. Okay, fine. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh on you, but I don't think so. Because even with just a little bit of effort, you could have lost 15, 20 pounds. Just a little bit of effort. At your size, and if you really stuck with it and did it hardcore, you could have lost 50, 60 pounds in a month. We know that to be true. I personally have never lost more than that. But before my surgery, doing their diet the way that they said that I should do it, I lost 30 pounds per month. And in about 6 months, I lost over 100 pounds. Or right around 100 pounds, not over that. So they definitely gave you a diet to follow. They told you how you should be eating, and you are not following that. You're not following their plan if you only lost 5 pounds. That 1 pound minimum is not a goal that you should ascribe to. You should try to do above and beyond that because, again, your weight at surgery is going to dramatically impact how safe the surgery is. Because I was not much bigger than you when I had my surgery. All right. And my doctor had a difficult time, he said. Like the surgery was longer. I had struggles breathing. Like he put in his notes that it was and he told my sister too when they called her after my surgery. They said it was a very difficult surgery. Because the bigger you are, the more difficult the surgery, the higher the risk. The breathing risk is going to be terrible. Like it's all there, Amberlynn Reid. So you need to start taking this seriously and you need to start trying to drop as much weight as possible before that surgery. You might think, oh, I got a year and I'll get it off. No, 1 pound a month is not a real sustainable goal. 5 pounds is not something that you should be excited about. You should feel like you failed. You should feel like that you failed because you practically did. For all we know, you had a good poop before you went in there, and that's why you lost 5 pounds. Water weight fluctuates 5 to 10 pounds on somebody our size. I'm a full-grown man, 6 feet tall, and I weigh less than you right now, okay? So you need to take that into consideration. You weigh more than I do. So you really need to figure this out. Like, you need to follow their diet. You need to take this seriously because you're not taking it seriously right now.
Oh,
As you can kind of see, I was like kind of shocked. Feline was the one filming and she clicked off too soon, but like I was literally so shocked. But I'm actually glad that I have this clip because you guys can see for yourself that I'm not 600 pounds. I know a lot of people think that my weigh-ins are fake, and that just goes to show that they're not. And it has been a long time coming where people wanted to see me step on a scale. I gave it to you. It's been a long time coming where people wanted to see me step on a scale at a doctor's. I gave it to you. Not only that, but I'm stepping on a scale that is meant for people like me and my size at a weight loss clinic, and it's 100% reliable. There it is, folks. It just makes me really sad when people are like, you're not following what they're telling you to do. Every single thing that they have told me to do, I am doing. I think there's just like this misconception of what certain people watching me think I should do versus what my surgeon wants me to do or what my dietitian wants me to do.
No dietitian or surgeon would be like, try to lose a couple pounds a month. They would not tell you that. They want you to get as much weight off as possible before surgery. They have that 1 pound goal for, I don't even know exactly why they keep it to that, but they want to make sure you stay in the program. And if you're gaining weight, then that's a good indication that there's a problem here. So as long as you lose a pound or two, they're okay. You can stay in the program. But there's no surgeon on this planet that's going to be okay with you losing a pound or two a month. Oh, lose 5 pounds, lose 10 pounds, and we'll be okay with the surgery. No. They want you to lose as much weight as possible because it's safer that way. If you are in this position where they're like, it's okay to lose a pound and they have no problem with that, then maybe you need to find a different weight loss clinic. You need to find a different dietitian who's going to try to help you out more than just losing a pound. I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking you took that in your brain as like, oh, I only have to lose a pound. I don't really have to try. And so you just ran away with that and just used that as a goal. Oh, as long as I lose a pound, I'm good. I don't have to diet. I don't have to really exercise. I don't have to take care of myself. I'll just kind of whatever, I'll just blow it off. Instead of really trying and showing them that you can do it. No wonder why you've had a surgeon telling you need to wait a year. Because they need to see more from you. They want to know that you can actually do it and sustain it. Again, you could lose 5 pounds with a good poop. You could lose 5 pounds just urinating in the morning. You can gain that 5 pounds back as soon as you went back home and started eating like garbage. And that's water weight fluctuation. How much of that was fat that you lost versus water? We don't know. We don't know. You could have gone back home and the next day stepped on the scale and gained that 5 pounds back. That's nothing. It's nothing. So right off the bat, you're showing me that you're not taking this seriously.
It's completely different than how majority of you want me to be. Like, I see what people say, like during my grocery hauls or when I share a food. People are like, she shouldn't be eating that. It's literally allowed. Like, everything that I eat, it is okay. I am allowed to eat. The way that they talk about weight loss and food is so just like such a healthy way of thinking. And even the surgeon's like, I'm not going to send you home and have you only eat 1,200 calories. It's like literally not going to happen. I'm not going to give you these big weight loss goals. It's literally not going to happen. I don't.
I don't know who the surgeon is, bro. I don't know who this dietitian is. But they're not setting you up for success. They're just not. 1 pound in a month. Like I said, I could lose a pound going to the bathroom. That's not a goal. They're setting you up to maintain. Like, what surgeon and dietitian is like, just lose a pound? It's okay to eat this garbage that you're eating. I mean, the people watching you, they're not doctors, they're not dietitians, but if they're seeing all this crap, maybe I should watch one of your food hauls and see what you're eating, but your body burns at your weight maybe 4, 5, 6,000 calories a day. And so if you've only lost a few pounds, which could have been water weight, you're eating that many calories in a day. You don't have to eat 1,200 calories, but even if you ate 2,000 calories, which is normal, you would have lost a substantial amount of weight. If you ate 3,000 calories, you would have lost more than 5 pounds. So you're still eating in excess of 4,000 or 5,000 calories in a day. You're not trying, bro. You're not trying at all.
I don't want to talk about the negativity. I just feel like there is so much negativity around weight loss surgery.
Well, yeah, there's negativity around weight loss surgery, but there's negativity towards you because you're not trying. You are blowing this opportunity.
My channel, and I don't get it. Like, another really big thing for me is like when people are like, you're only getting therapy so you can get weight loss surgery. Yeah. Yeah, that is how it started. You are absolutely right. I am going to therapy to save my life.
See, this is where I don't think she deserves some of this criticism. Like, if weight loss surgery gets her in therapy, at least she's in therapy. At least she's getting help. Like, I talk about it all the time. You need to deal with this first before you're going to lose the weight. So yeah, she's in therapy. That's great. Let her do therapy. Like, why are you criticizing her for going to therapy? Like, why? Why are you picking apart every little freaking detail of this person's life and criticizing her for it? I understand about the food. I understand if she's failing on the scale. Like, I would want that criticism myself. Like, I would want people to say, listen, you're not doing as well as you think you're doing right now. But if people criticized me for going to therapy, that's absurd. That's absurd. She's trying to go to therapy to save her life, like she just said. If she's actually going, like, that's going to be beneficial to her in the future because she's not going to lose the weight unless she gets it right here first.
I am going to therapy so I can get put on anesthesia. I can get put in a very vulnerable spot that could kill me or cause horrible complications.
And that's why I was saying before that you need to lose weight before weight loss surgery. Because, yeah, the anesthesia can kill you at that size. So you need to take it seriously and lose a bit more weight than 5 pounds. So I don't know how much of that was fat and how much of that was water. But, yeah, you need to eat less calories than what you're eating. So that surgery is less risky when you get to it. I mean, that's just the way it is. If you lose more weight, it'll be less risky. But if you keep maintaining and doing what you're doing, then it is going to be more risky. So you know the risk. You know the threat to your life by getting weight loss surgery. Like, I was deathly afraid of that. I understand that fear. But that is what drove me to lose as much weight as possible before weight loss surgery. Because I knew when I had my gallbladder surgery that I stopped freaking breathing on the table. So I know how dangerous that is. I know how scary that is. And so I knew that I was not going to go into that weight loss surgery the same weight or even close to that same weight because I do not want to stop breathing on the table. And so losing that weight, the weight that I did, that 100 pounds before surgery, it really helped because I had no breathing issues during my weight loss surgery that I had during my gallbladder surgery. So yeah, lose the weight, and that won't be as big of a risk. Try to get under 500 pounds. Like, that's 30 pounds. Like, you could lose that in a month and in your next weigh and be under 500 pounds. It's like that when you're that big. Just cut your calories down to 2,000. Eat a little better. Make some better choices.
to save my life. Yes, that is what I am doing. And yes, that is why I started therapy. And yes, that is why I'm trying to figure out my issues with food, so I can save my life. And the fact that that's like a bad thing to some people.
I mean, I can understand the flip side of that, why people think that some of this is bad. Again, going to therapy is not bad. I'm not going to criticize her for that. But on one hand, she's talking about, oh, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I lost 5 pounds. I'm doing okay, and I'm eating the amount of food I should be eating. But then on this side, she's scared. She's, oh man, I'm trying to save my life. It's like, okay, you're finally getting it that you need to lose weight to save your life, but you're not getting it enough that you're working hard enough to get that weight off. Like next time you go in there, you need to say, listen, this isn't working for me. This 1 pound in a month goal, like I need some calorie restriction. I'm not talking about a massive calorie restriction. I'm not saying you have to eat 1,200 calories. But what you're doing right now is not going to be helpful for you in the long run.
Makes no sense. I am going to therapy to save my life. Yeah, that is what I am doing. Because it's time. It is very much time. I'm not going to therapy just so I can buy a puppy or buy a new piece of jewelry. Like, so many people are treating like weight loss surgery as like this materialistic thing that I'm striving to receive. While no, I am just so hopeful and trying to do every single thing that they tell me to do. And yeah, I am absolutely, without a doubt, changing my life for a weight loss surgery, because weight loss surgery is going to be a very, very big tool for me.
And I agree with her there. Like, there is a negative connotation to weight loss surgery. I've gotten the criticism. There's a lot of people whose family or whatever criticizes them. People say, oh, and somebody even told me, like, I do not respect people who have weight loss surgery because it's like they took the easy way out. Like, none of this has been easy. Like, none of it has been easy. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. All right? Like, it's just a tool to help you. But it's very difficult. Like, it's not going to be an easy process. So again, that's why I'm like on Amberlynn Reid, like, you need to take it more seriously. Like, this is just a tool, but you do need to figure out the rest of it, because it's not an easy tool. It's not a magic pill. It's not a cure. It's a tool. So I don't understand the criticism for her getting counseling or therapy. I don't understand the criticism for her deciding weight loss surgery.
No, I am not going to wake up skinny. I'm not going to wake up because it's a magical thing, a magic pill, a magic tool. No, that is literally not what is happening. The hard work, or the harder work, is going to come after I wake up from surgery. I just feel like people are putting such a bad like vibe around weight loss surgery, and that's like scary for me. That's like super scary for me. Because I want to be able to have a successful surgery and to go into it with such positive energy and like affirmations, and just stress can really, it really does things to people's bodies, like physically. And I do not want to be under this type of like just negative energy. I don't understand why people are treating me getting weight loss surgery as like this materialistic thing. I don't understand it.
I think that's how the fat acceptance people make it look. And that's probably the groups that she's in, who see her trying to lose weight and they just will not let it happen. Like, they're going to criticize her for that. But there's also people who just want to criticize every single thing that she does, and that includes this. And so, I don't know. I would suggest maybe getting offline for a little bit. Maybe. That might help. But anyways, I'm just going to cut it off right here, guys. I appreciate you guys very much. This has been pretty long. But I hope I made sense, and I hope you don't see me as trying to sympathize with her and whatever. I mean, there's some things I did, but I don't know. I don't think she is really trying hard enough, honestly. So I hope she figures it out. I hope she gets the surgery, and I hope it's successful for her. But anyways, I will let you guys go. I love you guys, and hope you have a great day. God bless you.